Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason Ross.
Well, Jason's a little frozen now, but that's okay. We will catch up. It's Monday. We're in Hamilton, I believe.
Am I frozen?
You're a little delayed now, all of a sudden. Yeah, but that's okay.
And so it begins.
Jason was completely fine. We can agree, a little too close, but we work with what we work with.
I can't change it. I do feel like by minute 32 today, I'm going to have face paint on, my shirt off, and be screaming at the ceiling.
Barbara says Jason is giving Blair Witch vibes being so close to the camp.
I've been in Hamilton now for quite some time.
I will have to turn your mic off if you proceed to do that. I'm loving Amanda's just admission here. I'm having a bowl of mashed potatoes because I was hungry and didn't know what I wanted. You know, that's what we want the chat to be. This is where I'm at, you know? I'm really excited. I believe Tula Sammy says she's got some Chicago mix for lunch. And we got Danielle Del Duca, a big old pal of mine. She made it to the chat early. It's so nice to have you, Danny. It's nice. The gang's all here.
Yeah.
Huge weekend in the Discord, may I say.
A lot of there was people hooking up and playing some games together.
Well, not hooking up, but
it depends on what you mean, what your definition of hooking up is in these pandemic times.
Exactly. We get what we get. No, but there was some major games happening, which makes me, think we have to start maybe we'll do a big regulars quiplash or something, because we got some gamers in the midst.
That would be great.
I know. We got to do that, I think. Yeah.
Patreon quiplash.
A Patreon quiplash for sure. It'd be so fun. But the Discord was popping off and it just warms the cockles of my damn heart because everyone was partying this weekend.
Yep. Everyone was partying. It looks like also in the Discord we might be starting a new arm to it.
Yes.
A little bit of Real Housewives.
Elizabeth had brought up a need and a want for a Housewives thread. And I feel like that's necessary. My only concern is a lot of them have stopped filming because of the pandemic. So we might have to go back and watch past seasons, which obviously I'm more than available to do.
There's a lot of seasons in a lot of cities.
I would like you involved, Jason, because we did stop at a very crucial season for you in New York. I would love to go a few seasons back in New York and really just start diving in on the Discord.
I bought it, so I have it, And guess what else is packed in my suitcase ready for Los Angeles? 5 discs of Friday Night Lights.
Now, Jason, you are going back to La La Land. So you will not be on the pod on Wednesday, but I have a massive guest that I have not even told you about, really. I just locked him in.
Okay, great. Awesome.
What? Well, because...
Well, I originally assumed it was someone else, but now it's not, so that's great.
The Bachelor is happening.
Yes.
On tonight. This is happening on tonight.
Yep.
And my lovely pal, Mike Rosa, who is a massive Bachelor aficionado, can go back multiple seasons. He is just the cutest man. And so he has agreed. He has his own Bachelor podcast. So he's going to come on Wednesday and we're going to break down the Bachelor.
This is the beginning of the end because this person knows too much about the Bachelor.
He knows so much. He also, selfishly, he likes to compliment me and I like to receive. So this is our relationship.
So it's going to be a different vibe on Wednesday is what I'm getting.
Ask and you shall receive. Manifestation is real.
But I'll be back Friday.
Back Friday. Yeah. So are you excited to go home?
Yep. Can't wait.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I asked that question. Raul, we have a new chatter in our mix. First time I've made it to a live chat. Longtime listener. Hi, everyone. Hello, Raul. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
Welcome. What a treat. Love a new listener in the mix.
I love it.
Love it.
You know what I jumped on this weekend and I caught up on was all the TikToks of Rusty. Rusty.
Okay. Can I tell? Okay, this is what. Sorry to cut you off. I also did that last night. I did a full. We are twins. I did a full goddamn breakdown of Rusty. Now let me tell you. Let's talk.
We probably in reality shouldn't be championing champion this fellow.
I agree.
He is the definition. He's the definition of a frat boy.
Frat.
Who's just like, let's get drunk. Although at one point he talks about White Claws and he's like, I can't do it because I'm sponsored by Bud Light. And I'm curious if Bud Light's actually sponsoring this kid that just shotguns beers. And that's all he does.
Can I tell you? No. He only shotgun beers until recently when he started his series, Rusty Ranks Beers.
Yeah.
Now,
he did not like, you know what? He's everything ends up in the eights, somewhere along the eights. I believe the scale is 8.0 to 9.0. Is it everything falls in between there? Because this Yingling, he didn't even seem to like, but it was still got an 8.1.
Okay, Yingling? Is it Yingling?
I believe so.
But he's like, it's very medieval.
Yeah. Tastes medieval.
Tastes medieval. Rusty Ranks Beers. Okay, let's just play for people who don't know because
this one's great.
This one,
there isn't many episodes, by the way.
No, but I think he started popping off because he started ranking beers. So here's where to start if you don't know what we're talking about.
All right, guys, welcome back to Rusty Ranks Beers, where I pick a brand, drink 12 of them, and then give it a score. Today we got Pabst Blue Ribbon. All right, guys, we're 4 in. It's a really good pooping beer, but we'll keep you posted after the 8th one. All right, guys, we're right in. We're loving what we're seeing. Made a little drink. Yeah, but Chris is wondering why he hasn't gotten paid yet. We'll cross that bridge later. But we'll keep you up to date after 12. All right, guys. We're 12 in. We're loving what we're seeing. It's America's beer. Not much else to say about it. A little bit high in alcohol content, which the boys are loving. But other than that, that's about it.
Okay, so that's Rusty. When you watch it so many times, which I have, it's really great to see his friend in the background just sitting unaware.
It's a real like Penn and Teller vibe where he doesn't say a word and he just like stands there the whole time silently. The Britney shirt, sick.
All of it. And now I'm happy for our boy. He does have like 1.2 million views. Mm-hmm. And
also, when you're going to watch it, when he shotguns a beer, he does a lot. Like he'll be like, "I'm gonna do. Oh, my mom's at the salon. I gotta see how many I can do before she gets home." But then he cuts it together, so he just goes like,
yeah.
But his form is so true that every time he does it, it's like you're watching the same thing on replay, but it's not. He literally is he's got great form. He
has amazing shotgunning form. And here's the thing that stood out to me, and I'm wondering if you clocked it on old Rusty, because we're loving what we're seeing. And what we're seeing is him slamming tall cans. So he's not shotgunning regular beers. He's shotgunning full tall cans. Okay? Concerning.
Yeah. Because it's also like he talks about this like he does it every day because he's got one TikTok. Yeah, he's got one TikTok where he's like sober sleeping. No way.
I said this last night. I said Rusty's either gonna go one way or Rusty's gonna never drink again. So there's just but two ways for Rusty. But maybe he's just a classic college kid. Like,
I mean, he is like, yeah. I didn't have TikTok at that age. I don't even know what I would have put up at that time.
I bet you would have been shotgunning beers for sure, no question about it.
I think that me and Rusty would have been in the same t-shirt.
Yes.
And doing the same thing.
Well, I was going to send you his thing of like, hey guys, we've been partying all night. It's 10:30 a.m.
I saw that one.
And he's like, let's see how many beers I can shotgun before I go to bed. And I was like, I think I have to send this to Jason. But it's crazy because we were both watching it and both getting a bit concerned for our boy. Because sometimes we're not loving what we're seeing.
I'm just waiting for like, it's going to be like sober 3 days. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's shotgun until I forget again. But we love Rusty Ranks beers, and we are loving what we're seeing. So Stephanie goes, I hope he gets some time to exercise because of all of those calories. But that's the thing when you look at yourself in college and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Either it didn't hit and then it hits after, or, you know.
Hits like a ton of bricks after.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't even think I could find a vegetable on campus when I was in college.
No, and you couldn't pay for them with your card anyway, so it didn't matter.
Alistair's in the chat, and he goes, Jason likes this because Rusty is just Jason backstage circa 2012. Absolutely, no question about it. I've told this story once. I will say I've said this story many, many times, but I'll never forget you being super sick and you were like, I gotta go right after the show. And then we were like, we're gonna party. And you're like, I guess I'll stay. We were like, get out of here. And you're like, one won't be that bad. And you were just like, I'm having a good time.
You only live once, you know what I mean? Gotta drain every last second of juice out of that.
This is a good question that Jen has. How come shotgunning is such a huge thing? I remember it in college, but it was never to that to the level it is now. I agree. Like, I was never one. Like, of course I did a shotgun. Of course I did like a little the kegger where you do that. Funnel.
I think what happens is like back then people did it, or at least in my time, it was like people did it, but it wasn't really like you didn't know it as if it was normal everyday vernacular, but then it becomes vernacular and people are like, oh, I go to college and what I do is I shotgun. Oh, okay, that's the thing that you do. And then you're like,
right.
oh, okay, that's what we do. We shotgun.
It's shotgunning is not enjoyable. Like it's not even really that. No, it really hurts. Like, can you imagine shotgunning a tall can? I'd be like, it would all come back up. That would burn. It would burn so bad.
I don't think it would burn, but like the foam is what gets you.
Oh,
that's why you got a
yeah.
shotgun. I mean, well, shotguns you don't get foam either because you just like got the airflow coming in. The boys are loving it, and
the boys are excited and we're loving. Yeah, and that's again, I'm a loser because not a loser, but I also don't enjoy shots. Like I take them and I'm like, oh my god, oh god. Like no one wants me to, we're not loving what we're seeing. It just hurts. Jameson says, whose shirt of mispronounced words would be longer? Rusty, Rate and Rusty, or Casual Friday, Jay?
I think mine would, unfortunately. But although we haven't seen a lot of Rusty. I think
we haven't seen a lot of Rusty, yeah, and I'm excited. I'm excited to keep loving what we're seeing. I'm just excited for it. But I think it's really adorable. We were both on that path, checking those things out.
Maybe somebody could put a conversation together of just us having like misspoken words to see if the conversation makes sense in any way.
I feel like you could take a walk and justify it all.
Yeah, for sure.
Our dear friend Botting is here. She goes, I can't do shots either. It's instant puke. It is instant puke.
It depends. I love it. Although I did feel like I had to do a shot one time that was 4 ounces. They were like, they were like, you do first down, second down, third down, touchdown. And I was like, yeah, it's a shot.
Oh,
I didn't realize I did it with like some sort of moonshine at my friend Ian's house. And I think I felt my heart stop. Like it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I was like, and I was like, oh yeah, you're just like putting poison in.
I will tell you, there is nothing more annoying than your partner coming up to you at a party going, Craig made me do some shots. I did some shots with Craig. I'm like, oh, did you? You having some fun? Great. Thanks, Craig. This is great. Are you having fun? Because now I have to deal with this. You're so pretty. I never saw how much pretty you are. You're so pretty. It's like, great. Do you know that? You know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
When you're at a party and then your partner just decides that they're getting fully liquored and then they come up to you and you're like, well, this is great. This is great. Thank you.
I only know it from the opposite perspective.
It's true. I have seen that moment with your wife being like, oh, he's got to grow up, and your shirt was being ripped off as we looked over at you. And I was like, okay, this is where we're at. Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about when you're at a party and then it's like I remember getting I would get buzzed or I get drunk at a party and then you see your partner and you're like, hey, they're like, what happened to you? And you're like, things happened in the other room.
I thought you were going to the washroom. I did.
On
the way. Then
I pissed a bit on the way there and I pissed a bit on the way back.
Can I be honest with you? I'm pissing a bit right now.
Never. No.
Can you see it?
Ew. I'd break up with someone. I would. That'd be done.
Of course.
Yeah. This is
great. If we're in a relationship, you don't piss the bed.
Cindy goes, oh man, joining late thanks to meetings. And this is the convo I need to hear. Where's the booze? Welcome. It's Monday. Want to talk about being drunk? Yeah, that's what I miss. I miss those house parties where they're fun, and then you're like, we're gonna have to fight later. Like, I would even take one of those nights where you're like, I don't want to fight, but and you're like, this will be brought up. And this will be brought up.
Never. Never. But like, you've told me this all the time, and that's why it's scary to be like,
what do you
if
mean?
you were like, if my girlfriend just looked at me and was like, we're going to fight later. And I'd be like,
I would never say that, but there's that look. And I feel like, I'm sure some women would recognize where you're just like, uh-huh. In the kitchen where he's like, Craig's making me do some shots. And you're like, oh, is he? Okay.
And then you're in the kitchen like this, going, yeah.
I miss giving that look where it's like, just that little,
I think I have to go.
Abort, Craig. Can we go in your backyard for a second?
I just have to get out of the eyesight. I'm like, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, just this.
This here's the doorway.
Yeah,
we're
we're
in the
just
kitchen.
like,
just push towards the fridge.
Yeah. Claire goes, nothing will make me go from great mood to stink mood quicker than the husband not being on my same buzz level. We're a team. Absolutely. Okay. That's fair too.
It's fair, but it's never going to happen in my relationship.
No, it's never going to happen, but it for you, but maybe other people can reach for it.
We're a team, but she doesn't really, she's not going to shotgun with Rusty. Do you know what I mean?
Oh God, Rob says a year or two into our relationship, my partner got iced 3 times at a party, and I spent. Well, that's like shitty friends too. Let's pump the brakes. There's a lot of sugar in those. I spent the Greyhound bus ride back to Guelph holding her hair back while she yacked into a Tupperware. Oh, jeez.
There's so much in that. Like that you were that prepared with the Tupperware on a bus. Wonderful. that you came out on a bus from Guelph to drink.
Yeah.
Poor planning.
I had to do that with a boyfriend. The next day, we were like, you're going to barf. We can't. And he was like, I'll be fine. Let's get on the bus. And he was barfing. And I was just rubbing his back being like, what can we
Did you ever go to one of those trips I went to an Oktoberfest once. And so you're already pre-drinking. You're just like, well, we're going to get there. It's going to be nuts because I was in college or whatever. But then you get on a school bus and they're like, great, okay, we're going to be there in like an hour. And you're like, yeah, everybody, blah, blah, blah. And then you realize there's nowhere to piss on a school bus. And they're like, you're like, can you pull over to the washroom? And the guy's like, nope, I'm getting paid like nothing. And I'm driving a bunch of drunk idiots to Oktoberfest. I'm going straight.
Let me tell you.
I couldn't walk getting off that bus. It hurt.
Well, you have to pee a lot. Up. You have to pee a lot. I'm a camel.
I was in college.
Concerning to me. Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as it is now, but still like.
I really struggle because I think that there's something wrong with me really because I just never have to pee when I'm drinking. But once I start, it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
But you're always like, where's the bathroom? It's like, but TJ saw. Yeah. No, I don't. You know what's also crazy is like back in the day where you would like pre-drink, which was always so fun. And then nothing else was worse than convincing ourselves that the second location would be good. And then you're just buzzed with your friends having to like navigate coat check. And I simply and utterly cannot.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like you're pre-drinking, you're like, we're going to Oktoberfest. And it's like, no, we got to get on the bus. We got to find a table for 15. Yeah. We got to find travelers. Yeah.
Got to bring travelers.
You have to bring, you need for success, you need the logistical friend. And if you don't have the logistical friend, you have to find one. Because I'm not. I'm the good time Sally, right? Yeah. I'm going to keep the jokes going, but I'm not logistical. And the second location sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
I hate the second location.
Yeah. Del Dukes is right. Pre-drinking is the best part of the night.
Yeah, and then you actually end up like going there or whatever, and you're like, oh man, we could have just stayed at your house and had a great time. Could have.
That was always the conversation, and that's why the house party is always fun. It's always fun, you know. Yeah, and then because then you get to shit talk all the way home, and that's what everyone does. Everyone's always talking about the house. See their houses. See the bathroom. No, Stephanie goes, unfortunately, I'm definitely the logistical friend. Not unfortunately, that you are a crucial member of the drinking brigade.
You're the goalie of a hockey team. People are like, you have a goalie? Oh shit,
Yeah.
man. Hook them
You
up.
absolutely need, like, my friends who are the logistical friends, love them. They're still a good time, but it's like we entrust our lives to them to get us from one place to another. Okay. And on the walk there, I provide entertainment, like saying, hey, you guys, are you all still having sex with everyone? How's your partners going? Let's get some juice on the walk. You know, I keep things going. Yeah.
Oh, right, because you go on the walk. I was like, is this in a cab or something? Great, awesome.
Yeah, but like I'm the one who, like, I want to keep the conversation going. I want to get some juice. I want to get some conversation starters. Like, would you sleep with David Spade? Yes or no, and why? You know, we like to keep the cab interesting.
Just so everybody knows, you've all been invited to Alistair Forbes' house, fall 2021, where he's going to be hosting many house parties, and you're all invited.
Now, I hope Al is thinking about moving because it's quite a small place. Okay,
No, we're all packing in. We're going to pack in. It's going to be
yeah,
great.
we're all gonna pack in. I'm like Jenny. She says, I hate hosting a house party. I always assume that no one is gonna have a good time, and I can never chill. Me too. I'm never inviting anyone to my house, not because I don't want you there, but I'm just not gonna have a good time, and I'd like to have a good time.
You know what? There's two levels of house parties. Once those people that show up that are friends of friends, you're like, well, now this sucks. But if it's close friends, great time.
Because you know what? I'm going to say something a bit controversial, I think. Your friends' friends?
Suck.
Yeah. Typically. Typically.
There's a reason why, like, we're friends, and then you keep those people away.
There's a rarity. Like, my friend had a bachelorette. Okay. This was one of the best bachelorettes I've ever been to. My friend Danny. All of her girlfriends not from like our group came. They were all pregnant for bachelorette. Okay. This could be a disaster. Guess what? Best time of my life. Those girls threw down. Those girls were sick as all hell. And I was like, this is the unicorn of melding because these girls are good time girls. So we had the best time, and they were all like prego, and they still got down with the bad sound. Let me tell you. But that was a rarity.
Yeah, that would be that, but I guess awesome at the same time. Yeah, look, Jenny's in there. Day party,
and we did, and it was the best. But you know, like I'm sure you've met your best friends, like friends, where you're like, this is Reggie, and you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna love Reggie, and Reggie's like, I like computers, and you're like, cool, this is great.
yeah, lacrosse. Okay. No, I've seen it. I know. Yeah. I've seen it. It's cool.
It's pretty cool. It's like
how much do I bench? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I guess we are loving what we're seeing, aren't we, Reggie? But it's
Stevia? Like no, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Sauvignon Blanc? No. Okay. I won't be drinking right.
You're gonna oh okay, great. It's just like we're just having a dinner party. You're gonna eat some acid? Okay, great.
Okay, first of all, I don't think you'd think that guy sucked. If we were at a dinner party,
I might be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, exactly. If we were at a dinner party and freaking weird Reggie shows up doing acid, you'd be like, this guy fucking rocks. And we'd be like, Jason.
I'm gonna talk to this guy all night. I just want to know what he's thinking.
He stole your shoes. He's wearing your running shoes.
He doesn't think they're shoes. He thought they were. He literally thinks that he's in the jungle right now.
Okay, I will say, if someone was on acid at a party, I would be like, we're following him tonight. Like, we're supporting him, and whatever's going down with him, that's what's going down with us.
Because you can also play with them. I had friends that hung around this park, and then like all their younger brothers came in. They were doing stuff like that or something. And so he was talking to them. He'd be like, oh, man, you guys are doing that. Eh? That's pretty cool. You guys think you can climb that tree? Oh, yeah. What? Your shoes are pretty tight, huh?
What's happening?
Yeah. Anyways, you guys see any of the latest skate videos? Well, your shoes are very tight.
Wait, is this a real story, or are you doing a bit about someone stealing shoes?
No, it's a real story where it was like he would just keep inserting into the conversation. He'd be like, whatever, you guys watch The Bachelor? Oh, man, your shoes they're pretty tight, man. They're pretty tight. You guys, I don't know, who would you pick?
Why was he doing that?
Because if you're that messed up, then you're trying to have a conversation, but you're probably thinking, are my shoes tight? What's going on with my shoes?
That's so shitty. That's actually so shitty.
I thought it was funny.
Jenny goes, my friend asked me a few weeks ago why I never mixed friends. I have so many groups of friends that never mingle, and I rarely bring them together because I assume no one wants to meet new people. I don't know if it's like not wanting to meet new people, but it is like, you know, in particular friend groups, there's like a vibe. And you're like, it's like certain people access certain aspects of yourself. So it's like you have your like party friends, cocktail friends. You have your like, let's talk about this book friends. You have your like, did you see the news friends, you know?
Yeah.
And so mixing them, it's like the vibe has to be right.
I did for my bachelor. You obviously like you get like a few different groups of people come around and stuff. And I grew up with my friend Ryan, and so like a lot of my times where it was like stupidity times were with this guy, and
Right.
I guess we kind of grew up in that. And when I say that, I mean that in the best way. But then like my current friends were there too, and they're like, so we're all sitting in the hotel, and he was showing up late, but he came in and he was already wasted, and then within an hour. Had like a bloody head dropped on the ground, and they're like, we got to get this guy to a hospital. And I was like, it's Ryan, just let him like lie down. And everyone's like,
Jason,
he's gonna go to the no. And then we put him in bed and we went down to the bar, and like 2 seconds later he showed up, bloody head, just like, what's going on, let's party. And we're like, hell yeah.
See, Jason,
so many
I can't.
times Rob and Adam wanted to like, he probably should go to bed. I was like,
Well,
no,
yeah.
that's what's going on, man.
Oh my God. You guys take it to a level sometimes where I'm just like, what is happening? No thanks. I can't. Even when I was younger, like going to like bush parties where you're trying to find the party with your cell phone and like a car's on fire, I still was like, can't we just do this in a basement? You know, the ruckus of it.
I would have been standing on top of the car being like, Stacey wants to go to the basement.
I'm invincible. And everyone's like, Petit Jason. Hey, did you guys hear Petit Jason's going to lift that car on fire? He said he's going to lift it.
I really Captain Dan in that one part of Forrest Gump when he's on top of the boat just being like, you got God, let's go.
Oh my God. Of course. Of course you're going to, Lieutenant Dan. Of course you're going to reference Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. He was a hero, you know, like Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. And everyone goes, huh?
What scene are you talking about? The scene when they had two prostitutes in the hotel room, or the
You're
part when
getting what I'm seeing. You're getting what I'm seeing.
The boys are loving it.
The boys are loving it. It's a bit high in alcohol content. So I think it was Shauna. Yeah, Shauna had a hilarious. I had a friend that ran across a parking lot in 6-inch heels on acid. She was so fast.
She thought she was being chased by a tiger. That's why.
And Haley goes, I like stupidity times. Of course. And everyone has. Here's the thing about stupidity times is I think that there's different chunks of your life that are stupidity times. I don't think it's just when you were like 20. I think there's
sometimes
like
they last 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Or after a big change, like a breakup, divorce, shift, move. There's often stupidity times, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as Barbara said, such a timely reference, Lieutenant Dan. Can you believe Lieutenant Dan is on NCIS?
Gary Sinise, baby.
One time, so I was watching, which I never do, but I was like getting like a free stream of The Bachelor. So I was getting like commercials and it was like Thursday nights, NCIS, NCIS Navy, NCIS LA, and NCIS Chicago. I was like, holy shit. Did you know about this?
100%. There's also CSI. And it's the same thing. It's like they do all of these. It's like Louisiana, New Orleans, Miami.
Like, who's coming into work going, hey, you catch a NCIS LA Navy last night? Wow.
I was busy watching New Orleans.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same with the Housewives. There's all of these different ones.
It's true, but it's just funny of like Gary Sinise, you know, and all his crew of characters. And he's like, you know, no, Chicago's picked up. A couple of seasons, it was a bit, what does NCIS stand for? I'll look that up.
I don't want to even look it up. I want to just guess it.
Okay, hold on.
National Crises Inspection security guards.
Yeah, who knows? Please tell us.
Narcotics. Nope.
Oh
I don't know.
God.
I've
Okay,
never
can I
seen the
just
show, so I don't even know what they're like investigating. Is it death?
can I just read you what's
Of course.
Special Agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs.
Leroy Jenkins. Everybody listen.
Oh, Amanda's got it. Naval Criminal Investigative Service. Okay.
Why are we watching that?
Okay. NCIS has produced 2 spin-offs, NCIS Los Angeles, NCIS New Orleans.
So is this just criminals? Is this just Law and Order SVU, but on the
it's
lake?
a spin-off? Okay, it's NCIS comes from a failed spin-off from JAG.
So you have a failed show named Jag. You have a spin-off, still a failure. And then we're going to put a show out that's about Navy criminal.
Sammy's is going, is that the same as JAG? Yeah, and what was JAG?
I don't know. I feel like that was a spin-off of Wings if they just did Wings seriously.
Oh, you know what? I was too young to like Wings, but I loved Wings.
Wings was great. Lol, come on.
I know, but I just was like, who was I at that young age to be? There's like a 10-year difference between you and I. Like, why was I watching Wings?
I don't know. I know that was one of the first crushes. That whoever played that little lady that the brother loved. I was like,
I'm sorry, whoever played that little lady?
No, I said the lady. I didn't say the little lady. Although she was tinier. So.
Oh, this is so funny. Aaron goes, my mom loves NCIS. I don't speak with her anymore due to this matter. It's such a parent. NCIS is such the show where your mom goes, well, I got to let you go. Your dad and I are going to be watching NCIS. We're really excited. We're going to sit down and have some dinner in front of the TV tonight.
You could just, you could press record. You could tape it, Mom.
No, we're not going to be doing that. We like to watch it live. That's when we watch it live, that's how they get their money. Do you know that? That's the cool thing about actors. You got to watch it live so they get paid. So.
And the PVR is already going. We're already double taping. So.
Oh my God. I called my dad the other day and I go, hey dad, what's going on? And my dad goes, he's sitting back on the couch. He goes, not much. I'm watching a show about secret ships under the water. They're just about to tell me the secrets. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Isn't that such a good improv line?
Are the secrets that they're submarines? What's
No, they're just a bunch of ships that went down. A bunch of people died and stuff. And they think there's some ghosts and stuff in the water. So they go down and they investigate.
One of those shows that keeps going every commercial break. And when you get back, we'll let you know the secret of
And
the
when
USS
Stephen went
Ulysses.
Exactly. When you come back, Steven's still underwater, but what was that? We'll tell you when you get back. And he's just like, I think I see something. He's
Yeah.
like,
He's got the mouth like on, just bubbles coming up.
And my dad's like, yeah, I'll let the dog out in a second. I gotta see what Steven sees. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes, whenever I call, I'm crying right over here. It makes me laugh whenever I call my dad because he's always watching shows like that. Like I'll call him. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm just watching a bunch of Alaskan ice truckers. They got a long ride. I don't think one of them's gonna make it. It's like, he's just waiting for them to crash into a ditch. He's always
Ghost
watching.
Hunters. Yep. Ghost Hunters, great show.
Ghost
Right.
Hunters. Ghost Hunters is just people being like, what was that? And then getting a bit scared. And they're like, my meter's going crazy.
We used to, so I did this show every Saturday night when at Second City in LA, but we'd always go to Bordner's after. And on Saturday night at Bordner's, a group of people would routinely come in and it was Ghost Hunters. They would have like the full, like, the stick with the box that has the arms. And it's just like, it looks like it's straight out of Ghostbusters. But we'd also see them on the street and they'd go around like the stars on Hollywood Boulevard and be like, okay, do you guys feel that?
Oh my God. I would never go to that bar again.
I love it. I love that bar.
Ghost Hunters. Barbara goes, I got super high and had listened to an old episode of this podcast, and Jason was talking about Quantum Leap. Classic
Oh, cool.
Jason. I literally tried to explain the show, which I had never seen, to my fiance. He wasn't interested. Oh God. If I
This
was
is like
high,
the funnest broken telephone game I've ever heard in my life.
If I was high and had to explain Quantum Leap, also I had a friend of mine listening to the podcast when we were talking about Josie Grossi, and he was like, I was screaming Josie Grossi at you. I can just imagine how many people scream at us being like, are you kidding me?
Julia Gulia, yeah.
Jenny says she wants to be a ghost. I want to be a Ghostbuster so bad.
Going back to Quantum Leap really quickly.
Sure.
I was on TikTok and it did show up on like there's someone that put out this thing that was like stitch your favorite show that doesn't hold up in the moment it doesn't hold up, and Quantum Leap got a big shout out. And I can't even repeat what the talk is, but basically because the show Quantum Leap is that he's jumping and going into different people's
I know
bodies.
Quantum Leap.
But at one time he turns around and you have to see it. And he looks into a mirror and you're like, they did that? That's so weird. Anyways, it's terrible because I can't even say what it is. I know. So like I just wasted.
No. Listen, I struggle with sci-fi, not because I don't like it. Like X-Files was great. The David Duchovny of it all. He turned out to be not the most ideal man, but and Gillian Anderson, gorgeous. Anyways, I love sci-fi stuff. I struggle to understand it. I feel like it's kind of like homework. There's like a lot of things you have to memorize. Like the fact that I would have to memorize or remember Tatooine, I have to go to the Tashi station for some power converters, things that you need to understand. I struggle with. I
get it because like if you're watching like a Battlestar Galactica or something, you're like, well, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with someone after that's going to want to talk about this episode, and they're going to tell me the point of view, and the point of view is going to be about how unions shouldn't work because they showed it in this. Right. I just don't want to. I'm just watching it to see like who got shot.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, oh my God, we have to go to like Glim Glam and get the cord thing, so go -6 northeast to the Glim Glam, blah. And you're like, what? The hell? And then people are like, you'll get it. Like every boyfriend I've ever had who's like, just give it time, you'll get it.
And then as you're watching it, they're not even watching it, they're just watching you like this.
Being like, do you get it? Do you get the satire? Do you get this? Do you get it?
Do you see what he was wearing there? Do you see the emblem?
You see the emblem. Yeah. If I have to decipher fucking emblem, and so that's how we know he's not the real doctor. He's a different doctor. Doctor who, you say? I don't know. Look at the emblem. It's like, fuck the emblem. What are you talking about? That's why I like Housewives. It's like, she's annoying. She's about to get divorced. She had to marry her grandpa. Let's figure it out.
Oh God, all those words. I don't want to read David Copperfield. Just give me like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Great.
Andy Cohen's not telling me to look at the emblem. Do you get it?
Is Andy Cohen a host on Real Housewives or something?
So Andy Cohen,
I only know him from New Year's with Anderson Cooper. That's the only reason.
Well, he has an incredible show called Watch What Happens Live, which is like such a throwback. Like people can still call in. You can call in and talk to the celebrities on it. He also takes like huge celebrities like Helen Mirren, and he'll mix them with Bravo celebrities, which are like housewives or people from Below Deck or like those sort of reality shows. But they mix them together because everyone watches some sort of reality TV. So you'll see like Helen Mirren be like, I love Lisa Rinna, and like they're on together. And so it's kind of this really cool show, and it's like, it's done live. You can
Is that the one that he did on Quibi? Is that because I know he lost?
No, it's on Bravo. It's been like running forever.
Oh, cool.
You should know it.
I don't.
And he executive produced and was a part of the casting for a lot of the Housewives. I still believe he helps with casting. I don't know if he's still producing. I can't say. So,
well, yeah. Let me tell you this, Stacey. In this timeline, the world hasn't been invaded yet, babe.
Voodoo coming in. Listen, and I'm not saying Battlestar Galactica is not good. Like, I have watched it and I was certainly entertained. Okay, I like it. But it's like the same thing with like even like Harry Potter. I struggle to get into. It's like because I'm like, wait, where's his parents? Why is he over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like when adults are like butterbeer, I'm like, okay, Gail, please, what are you doing?
Although I do want to go to in Universal, they have a Moe's Tavern, and I do want to go just to like sit and drink in the Simpsons bar. So I do want to do that.
Sure, of course. Yeah, why not? As Barbara says, listen, not sure how anyone else feels about this, but Andy Cohen could get it. Wink, wink, if you know what I mean. I know what you mean. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been rewatching Top Chef, and he was on an episode of Top Chef, and him and Padma together. Ooh wee, were they fun? Did Auntie have a good time? I had some laughs.
For a second there, I thought you meant Padme, and I was like, isn't that a Star Wars thing? What's happening here?
No. Listen. Danielle says we went for our honeymoon and had a flaming mo.
I know that Danny's great.
Danny and her husband really know how to
what's up.
vacation, and they know what's up. So, like, that's when, like, she was secretive about her punk music love until she got a bit sauced one night. It's the same when, like, she was sick and came out of her room and wearing a Triple H nightgown. She just keeps these interests to herself, which is unfortunate because they're really cool. She's really into comic books, too.
Yeah. You're going to go hang out with her one time. She's going to all of a sudden pull out all these wooden figures that she carved with, like, a chainsaw. It's like, there you go. Check this out. No problem.
Yeah, cool jump, Jay. Did I tell you I'm making figurines with big saws, but they're little. Cool.
I made a bunch of chess pieces for Battlestar Galactica.
No, she has no freaking time. She's such a flirt in the chat. She says secrets are fun, and she loves them. I can't get into, like, I just struggle with the sci-fi stuff, and that doesn't mean I judge it. I just I
get it. It feels like you have to be a part of the cult if you want to watch it, or else, like, you got to, like, fully invest, or, like, why are you doing it?
Yeah, like Doctor Who, like, and to that I say Doctor Who, right? But apparently the Doctor can change, and he can be different.
I just know that he hangs out in, like, a phone booth, which I'm already like, what are we doing now?
He hangs out in a phone booth? Does he?
That's how he, like, travels, isn't it? Like, he goes in some sort of, like, phone booth looking thing. I already know that anybody that listens to us is screaming right now at the thing.
If you know in the chat, please let us know. And if you know and you're listening to this and you're very upset, please also message us on our Instagram.
There is a word for it, and I forget what it is. It's called. They've got those. Anyways, I don't know enough, obviously.
Right. Yeah. If anyone knows who the Doctor was, Jen says I got deep into Doctor Who for a few years.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's he a doctor of?
TARDIS. That's what it is. There's the word TARDIS.
What's TARDIS?
That's the phone booth looking thing.
Huh. Oh, the Expanse I'm hearing good things about. He said there are lots of abs, so you know that. See, Jameson, Doctor Who is my jam. Okay, well, we need the Who What Where on that. Not that, we're going to dip our toe, but I'm just curious.
I believe there's a new one out now.
With that tall guy. Oh,
no, I think there's a newer one. Isn't the newest Doctor Who a lady? The newest
He's a doctor of all space and time. Listen, this is so not the regular subject matter. We started with Rusty rates beers, and now we're going Doctor Who, but actually who? We absolutely simply cannot. But I
Doctor of space and time, then you're a doctor of everything.
Megan says this, do we need a Doctor Who chat in the Discord? There's so many of us. Listen, I'm happy to make the thread. You know what?
Maybe just put a sci-fi one there, and then people can talk all things sci-fi.
You know what? Maybe we will just put we'll put a sci-fi one in the chat because I do want to bring up something that we haven't talked about, and it was you and Two Little Sandwiches in the Discord really bringing up something that I thought was
you hated it
inappropriate in the Discord, and that was talking about The Office.
Hello,
American.
Yes,
you and Sammy's were really getting into that.
Well, I think I want to have a real live conversation because I know that she's not a huge fan. We have a lot of we like a lot of same comedy stuff. That's what we were finding out in the thread, and then it was like drop The Office because Cheers. It came from Cheers, and Cheers is like one of my all-time faves.
I just watched Top Chef, and they had a Cheers challenge.
What was the challenge?
Norm was there.
George Wendt, Jason Sudeikis' uncle. Gotcha.
That actually tracks. I can see that. So the challenge was that they had to make like bar food.
Cool.
And they were drinking pints and eating food. And one guy made hummus, which bad call. No one's wanting.
No, I don't know what bars you're going to, man, but get out of here.
Yeah, but anyways, it was a good challenge.
It is and it isn't, because in Cheers, you never see food in Cheers. It never happened. So that's
what a nightmare that would be.
Yeah, but like
continuity.
Did you see the one when like Sam was like overcoming his alcoholism again, and then he had to get the bottle around the thing? He's like, anyways, good show, guys.
Cheers is a great show. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that TikTok thread, there could be something that pulled up and you could be like, what moment doesn't live up to it anymore? Definitely. There's probably a lot of those, but that's okay. It was a good show during this time.
What? Cheers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any show can maintain. Like every show is not going to hold up in some capacity. I've been rewatching Dawson's Creek. Hello on that. Okay, we have some Joshua Jackson. He has landed. Yummyyummy.ca. Okay, let me just say that. But it's also crazy to watch Dawson's Creek because I thought it was just so transformative watching it as a teen. Being a horny
because they used
disaster.
like their vocabulary was pretty large. Like they
Now, if
when
you
you're a
imagine
teen,
teens,
I remember people literally coming to school and be like, "You hear some of the words they used last night? It's just so smart." And it's like it's not placating to us. It's not placating to us. So,
Tiffany, sorry, do you even watcha? Placating, okay? Baby feeding. Feeding us baby food? Poo poo pee pee, okay? Placating. Okay, Tiff? Thanks, babe.
I actually don't know how Joshua Jackson didn't become a much bigger star because
He is a big star. I can tell you. There's a million vaginas that'll give him a 12 salute.
I honestly feel like he should be at like Tom Cruise level though. Like
okay, first of all, who wants to be Tom Cruise level is layered because for some reason, much like Chris Gaines, we have allowed Tom Cruise. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about I have something else to bring up in a second too.
We'll just bring it up now.
One of our listeners sent us a message saying Chris Gaines says he's not done. He's coming back this year.
Okay, well, we were mentioning that on our Instagram. So apparently we have our finger on the damn pulse, okay? As did the world. I think everyone was talking about Chris Gaines. But he might be coming back. And to that I say, this is how you get too famous, okay? This is how you get too famous. We can't allow. As a society, we're done. We're done.
Yeah. If he was doing that, imagine when he walked out to Joe Biden's inauguration and he was like, that's how he came out instead of as Garth Brooks. And he's like, I'm just going to sing this for you. Amazing Grace.
Did you hear him giving a big thank you to Lady Gaga's makeup team for helping him out? Helping him boy out for the old 1-2 Amazing Grace? I'm sorry. I rewatched that Garth Brooks thing again and I got on a real like YouTube rabbit hole on Garth Brooks. I'm not saying anything that people don't already agree with. I love his music. It's great. But let me tell you, Garth Brooks is next level weird. He is just next level bizarre. Have you
to be honest, I don't know his music. You could like if you're like name one song of his, I don't think I could.
Thunder Rolls.
Okay, I didn't know that was him.
Okay. Standing Outside the Fire? Is that the full? That's not the full title, but you know what I mean.
No, I don't even know what that is. Standing outside.
Okay, I can't.
Standing
with
outside
you then.
the fire, it was always burning.
Have you seen Garth Brooks' creepy Facebook, like the very viral video of Garth Brooks being like, "I'm on Facebook and I'm excited about that." Have you seen that?
No, that sounds like when OJ came back and OJ's like, "I'm doing Instagram," and you're like,
"Did you say OJ?"
100%.
OJ's like, "They said I'm free and clear, and guess what? I decided to start a Facebook group. I'm excited about that."
I'm gonna hit you up with OJ's thoughts every weekend from the golf cart.
Every weekend, whenever I can use my phone, telling you that I didn't do it. If I did do it, this is how I would have done it, but I didn't do it. Remember that book he did?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I didn't murder, but if I did murder, this is what I would have done. Who said that was okay?
Anyways, here's my new TikTok channel. Give me the juice. And I'm just going to be talking about pop stars. Going to be giving you all the latest gossip.
It's me, OJ, and I want to talk about Lady Gaga's performance at the inauguration.
So Jay Simpson from the golf course on the 4th hole. Anyways, what happened to Selena Gomez? We're all wondering.
Selena Gomez, number 1 on Instagram, but who's following her? Okay,
how do you follow someone? Can someone just reach out and let me know how I follow someone on this thing?
Yeah, OJ on his Facebook channel is just him. It's like him filming under his chin going, how do I go live? Am I live? How am I doing that? You guys seeing this? You guys hearing me? Okay, hold on. I have to. Okay, here it is. Okay, let me set it up and we'll watch it. Okay, hold on. Oh God. Okay. I'm already cringing. I'm already cringing. Okay. Okay, hold on. I want to just share the screen. Also, people tell me if they need us to move on from this, but like, okay, can you see it?
Here it comes.
Okay, I'm going to make this full screen. Okay, hold on. Okay, tell me if you can hear it, though. I want to make sure you can hear it. Can you hear it?
No, I cannot hear it.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Sorry, everyone. Your aunt's getting really excited about sharing stuff. What?
Well, we were just trashing OJ Simpson for not being able to find the follow button, and like, anyways,
I know.
how do you? Can you guys hear sound on this? Where's the share sound?
Okay, hold on. Let me just try this one more time. It's so funny. Share audio. Okay, great.
Oh, Cindy,
What?
go give FedEx some hell.
Hell yeah, go do it. Can you see this now?
I can
Okay,
see
so
it
let's go.
coming in.
You'll be able to hear it now. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that.
Ew!
But I'm already finding out on my own is that it's wiping the walls out between you and me, and I really like that. It allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room. When I think about things I want to post cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. But most of the stuff I'm going to post is going to be raw stuff like this. This is just who I am.
Ew!
So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
What we're gonna do? We're just gonna post stuff that's cool, neato,
Neat stuff, slick
radical
stuff.
stuff.
And I like that.
And not stuff that you gotta work on, but raw stuff like
Raw
this.
stuff. Like I like it. Raw
Watch
stuff.
this. Whoa!
Or in my case, a hotel room. It's like, get out of here.
Look, man, I want to see Cross Worlds, him and Rusty together, though, ranking beers for sure.
Garth Brooks is just a full damn creep. Ralph's correct. Definitely has serial killer voice. It's ultimate chamber vibes. Absolutely.
Very much chamber.
I can't believe you've never seen that before. It's like this crazy viral hit where he's like, well, guess what? It's official. Garth Brooks has found his way to Facebook.
We're doing it. And I said, what are we doing? And they said, it's just like having a conversation. And I thought, I've done that.
I like that. It's like, ew, shut up.
He has to do the next one as Chris Gaines, so and be like, you guys see my cool Uncle Garth on here? We should just share this channel. It's going to be me and Garth.
Yeah, he just slides in, just like, hey there. Garth had to leave for a second. It's Chris Gaines, baby. It's Chris Gaines. You can catch me on NCIS New Orleans, NCIS Los Angeles.
And we're just going to have a conversation.
And I like
Let's go.
This is the problem when you get this famous. Like, we all want to be famous or well known, but damn, we're going to, like, he's too famous. Like, no one's telling him that that's weird. If you sent me a video that was like, hey, I think I've got a cool video for the regulars, I'd be like, when did you and Ryan fall down? Go to the hospital. Stop the bleeding.
Robbie's not wrong, too. It feels like a lot of Will Ferrell's earlier characters are just based on Garth Brooks.
That's actually such a good point. Will Ferrell, I love him.
Just having a conversation over here. That was Garth Brooks doing an impression of Will Ferrell's impression of George Bush, is what that was.
So true. NCIS Hotel Room. I'm starting in a new series. It's called Garth Brooks NCIS Hotel Room. Weren't you surprised when he panned over that there wasn't just like a loose like rotisserie chicken on the nightstand with like a bunch of Red Bull or something weird?
Or like his wife just sitting reading in bed going, this fucking.
She's just like, yeah, she's just like. That's something you would do is you go live and be like, get out of the shot. Just get out of the shot.
Ha! Check it out.
How could you do that? How could you do that and still maintain a relationship? Ha ha, it's me. But that's a bit Tom Cruise too, right?
Yeah, that's true. See,
Like
maybe he's at that Tom Cruise level. Like, and Joshua Jackson needs to get there.
Now, Jan has a huge question that's a bit of a pivot, but something I'm sure we all want to know, and that is, Jameson, is your avatar a picture of you as Buster Keaton in jail? So please answer that. It is, apparently. 100%. Ooey, ooey. So now, Jason, what are you doing? Hello. We have our co-host back, Charlie. A couple things I wanted to... Hello. How are you?
Stacey, that's how are you? No, don't type on here. Okay.
Listen, that's great. Love
She said
that.
great.
Listen, I am an intense energy for children, and they really have to, it's a lot. And I understand that. And I understand that. When I call my nephew, he's like, what do you want? That's what I get now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
excuse me, I'm the coolest person you know. So, Jan says, get Charlie in the chat. That's what I say.
Yeah, I can't because
I
it's
know.
headphoned up and everything, or else it's fun.
Well,
Plus,
it's kind of a perfect, it's kind of
can't
a
show you,
perfect
but he's
time.
got like a bucket of dinosaurs that he's walking by with.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we're kind of near the end anyways, so we'll get you back with your fam. But I wanted to mention a couple of things, just to talk about the Patreon real quick, is before we go. Postcards, as promised, have just come in. It took a little bit to get them to our homes, but we are here. We have them. We will be sending out all of our Patreon. If you signed up before January 1st, you're all going to get a little note from us. So I'm really excited.
And there's something fun on the back too. Something
fun on the back. But we really got those in, so that was really exciting. Jay, I want to wish you the safest and happiest of travels.
Thanks. I'm gonna miss everybody on Wednesday.
You will be missed.
And I know like the Bachelor Talk is going to be so much more impressive because this person will know way more than I know about all of this stuff.
Mike is great. He knows so much. And so we are going to be watching The Bachelor tonight. Again, you can check out our Discord. The link is down below. You can join us for some Bachelor chats, which happen at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We all get
I
in
might
and
not be in them
watch.
tonight, but unfortunately,
That's
I'll try my
we
best to
assumed.
tune it.
And so mask up, Jay. Keep your hands clean. Have the safest of travels. We will have Bachelor chats and other chats on Wednesday with our lovely guest, Mike. And Jason, all the best.
Thanks. And have a fun week. And I can't wait till Friday at this point. And just get.
I know Friday's going to be the best. Let's get you home.
Is
and
it
let's
still
get you safe.
January? Will we still be in January for dry January?
We'll still be in January.
Okay.
Chance of
All right.
rain, though. There's always a chance of rain.
The chance of a monsoon, always just coming off the coast. Watch out for NCIS, fucking people.
Absolutely. Well, we will all see you on Wednesday. Have the best time. We adore you. If you like the episode, give us a little thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, give us a little subscribe. We got a little movie night coming up to celebrate. So we will all talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.